This is the N332 Driving in Spain podcast. Here's Mark Nolan with the latest.
Hello and welcome to the N332 Driving in Spain podcast, your weekly guide to road safety, traffic law and all things motoring across Spain, the UK and Europe. I'm Mark Nolan, and this week we have some truly significant news stories for both residents and visitors alike. Right out of the gate, we're diving deep into some huge developments from the Spanish DGT. The driving theory test is officially getting a major modern upgrade with new, trickier questions and a host of updated road signs that you absolutely must know if you plan on driving or taking your test here. We then cross the channel to the UK, where National Highways is sounding a very loud and very necessary alarm over a safety hazard that's shockingly common, illegal and defective tyres. They have figures that put the danger posed by worn rubber on the same level as using a mobile phone at the wheel, and we'll tell you why. Finally, we look at proposed legislation that could fundamentally change driving for older motorists in the UK, with new mandatory vision and medical checks being seriously considered as part of the government's next road safety push. We also have a full breakdown of the crucial technical rules for e-scooters on Spanish roads, and as always we'll take a trip through the motoring archives for this week in history. Stay with us as we get into the details right after this. We start with the three big stories we selected to expand on this week, and first up is Spain's commitment to creating better informed drivers. The Spanish Directorate General of Traffic, or DGT, has kicked off a significant overhaul of the driving theory test. This isn't just a slight refresh, it's a move to make the theory exam far more rigorous and reflective of modern traffic challenges, putting an end to the culture of simple memorization that has dogged the test for years. Effective this month, the exam will immediately incorporate the entire new catalogue of Spanish road signs. That means candidates now face questions on the new signs covering everything from wild boar warnings and the setup for 2+1 lanes to clearer signs for electric vehicle charging points and low emission zones. The goal is to move the test from a passive knowledge assessment to one that evaluates a would-be driver's genuine ability to apply rules in modern situations. To achieve this, the DGT confirmed that from 2026, the exam will begin incorporating audio-visual segments, short videos of real traffic scenarios where the candidate must spot a risk or react appropriately. This approach, already proven in the UK and Australia, is a major step towards training better risk-aware drivers from day one. The test remains a 30-question digital test with a maximum of 3 permitted errors, but the questions are now drawn from a database of over 15,000, making it much harder to simply mug up the answers. Now, to the UK, where National Highways has launched its seasonal T.R.I.P campaign, specifically highlighting tyre safety during National Tyre Safety Month. The campaign is urgently needed because the statistics are terrifying. National Highways warns that an estimated 6 million illegal tyres are currently in use on UK roads, meaning a staggering one in every 4 vehicles could be driving with unsafe rubber. The data shows that in 2023, 190 people were killed or seriously injured due to defective tyres. That's an increase of nearly 30% on the previous year, and puts the danger posed by defective tyres on a par with serious collisions caused by drivers using mobile phones. Furthermore, tyre-related issues are now the single most common cause of breakdowns on motorways and major A roads, accounting for nearly 1 in 5 call-outs. The message is clear. Inspect your tyres, check pressure, tread depth and damage. It is literally a matter of life and death, especially as we head into the wetter, colder months. We too have been looking at tyres on the website, as Tyre Safety Month should cross to all countries. Finally, a look at proposed changes in the UK that could have wide-ranging impact, especially for the expatriate community. New reports suggest the government's Driving Laws 2025 strategy will contain 2 particularly significant reforms. The first involves older drivers. Currently, drivers over 70 must renew their license every 3 years via self-declaration. The new proposal is to introduce compulsory eye and medical checks at the point of renewal. This shifts the burden from self-reporting to a verified system, ensuring older drivers meet the required visual and physical standards for driving safely. The second proposal is to lower the drink drive limit in England and Wales from 35 micrograms of alcohol per 100 millilitres of breath down to 22 micrograms. This would align the limit with Scotland and the vast majority of our European neighbours, including Spain's non-professional limit, making it far easier to unknowingly exceed the limit after even a small drink. These proposed changes reflect a serious push towards the Vision Zero goal of eliminating road fatalities. And now for a look at the content you can find on the N332 website this week. We have lots about scooters on the website this month, leading to the launch of something special in early November, which I will tell you about soon. But this week, I want to focus on an important part of buying an electric scooter as we head towards the Black Friday sales and Christmas gift season. The article details the technical requirements for e-scooters and personal mobility vehicles VMPs in Spain. For an e-scooter to be legal on Spanish public roads, it must meet specific technical and safety requirements, and if it doesn't, it is strictly illegal to use. The technical specifications are non-negotiable and include a speed design limit of between 6 km per hour and 25 km per hour. Anything slower or faster is not classified as a VMP. The vehicle must not have a seat or saddle, otherwise it is reclassified. Crucially, all VMPs must have effective brakes, a bell or similar audible warning device, and mandatory front and rear lights and reflectors for visibility. And since January 22nd of this year, all new VMPs must possess a manufacturer's certificate of compliance proving they meet these safety standards. Finally, the rules on where you can drive them are key. VMPs are banned from using pedestrian areas, interurban roads, motorways, dual carriageways and tunnels. We urge all riders to check their vehicle against these rules before taking to the streets, and you can find the full clear breakdown of this on the N332 website now. Now it's time to put our historian hat on and look back at some milestones from this week in motoring history. We'll start in the UK on October the 13th, 1982, which I actually mentioned last week a little early, but I was excited, so it is here again. October 13th marked the date the Ford Sierra officially went on sale. This car was meant to be Ford's Brave New World, replacing the hugely popular, if slightly dated, Cortina. However, its smooth aerodynamic jelly mold styling was considered far too futuristic for the conservative British public at the time. Despite a slow start, the Sierra eventually became a mainstay on British roads, selling approximately 1.3 million units before its replacement by the Mondeo. A little later this week, on October 15th, 1997, British engineering and a determined driver made a piece of land speed history. On this date, the jet-powered thrust SSC, driven by Andy Green, not only set a new world land speed record, but became the first land vehicle in history to officially break the sound barrier, roaring across the Nevada desert at a confirmed speed of 764.168 miles per hour. An incredible achievement of British design and daring-do. Finally, while hard dates are rare in the mid-century, this week falls within the critical era of the 1950s, when the foundation of Spain's modern road network was truly established. This era saw the planning and initial construction of the major motorway arteries, such as the Zaragoza-Madrid-Barcelona connections, which were instrumental in shifting Spain from a regional road system to a nationwide transport powerhouse. A change that ultimately paved the way for the road network we drive on today. And that brings us to the end of this week's N332 Driving in Spain podcast. We've covered major changes coming to Spanish driver training, a vital safety warning about tyre condition in the UK, and significant potential changes to driving law for older motorists. All the essential information on the new technical requirements for e-scooters in Spain is available for you to read and download on our website right now. A massive thank you for tuning in. You can always find more details on everything we've discussed, including links to the official sources and the full text of our feature article on the N332 website. Please remember to subscribe to the podcast on your favorite platform to ensure you never miss an episode. And if you found this information useful, please do leave us a review. Until next week, drive safely wherever you are, and hasta luego.
That was the N332 Driving in Spain podcast, presented by Mark Nolan. My name is Lily. If you want to know how we use AI in these productions, you can find out all about it on the website n332.es. See you next time.